Chattanooga murder case could soon be one of the first criminal cases to use artificial intelligence to gather evidence, the first in the state of Tennessee.
And Michelle Herron has that story.
Nearly 2 years to the day, Omar Escobar was gunned down outside his home on North Willow Street. Police announced they caught his killer. Detectives noted in an arrest report, Sadiq Spence had ties to the area, owned a distinct hoodie seen in surveillance video, and electronic intelligence placed him at the scene at the time of the crime. It's an example of how artificial intelligence is making its way into police investigations. Dr. Ahmet Kulyev, Associate Professor of Criminal Justice at UTC, says AI needs data to learn.
In huge amount of data, large and complex data, AI-driven tools can identify the trends and links and the patterns of criminal organizations and criminals.
While AI can make it easier when investigating certain crimes, Coulier says AI shouldn't be the only evidence in a case.
Generally, it is not acceptable in the scientific criminal justice community as an evidence.
A Washington state judge barred the use of video enhanced by AI as evidence in April of last year, saying it's novel and it, quote, relies on opaque methods to represent what the AI model thinks it should be shown. It's an issue Dr. Chandra Ward, Associate Professor of Sociology at UTC, says is being discussed in the social and computer science communities.
I'm looking at how we can detect bias in AI, for example, and mitigate these biases, as well as look out for how they may disproportionately harm marginalized communities.
While AI is still being developed, UTC is getting ahead through the CHI initiative, which seeks to make AI-related learning opportunities available to campus and surrounding communities. CHI experts we spoke with believe it's important to understand AI's limitations for context and to use it responsibly. Do you trust AI?
I trust AI when it has been tested and, again, amongst a group of peer scientists and retested in order to ensure its safety, not simply coming up with an algorithm and sending it out to the world.
Their conversations, Vicki Farnsworth, Vice Chancellor of Information, says they've had at the university level too. When upgrading the campus security system, Farnsworth says they wanted a system that was the latest technology, but didn't want that technology to hurt certain groups of people.
With AI, you hear about bias and you hear about profiling, and when you look at an image and an image only, you see things like skin color and body shape, and those could lead to bias.
Which is why they went with the system Farnsworth says is designed to combat bias and profiling.
Translating it to text and then looking at that text for human behavior and motion was really the best way to do that.
The question is, how can we maximize the benefits of AI while minimizing the cost of AI? So it is the same with cars, it is the same with internet, it is the same with the airplanes.
Experts say it will take years before we have those answers. But in the meantime, it will be up to a Hamilton County judge to decide if the electronic intelligence in the Spence case will be allowed in his trial. A decision that Omar's family and many across the nation will be watching closely.
Thanks to Michelle Herron for that report. Spence is due in court Thursday, and we will have a crew in the courtroom.